Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I'm Star Wars Meg, welcome back to my channel. I'm here again to give you an update regarding The Mandalorian Season 2. So while there's not been too many new developments in the news over the last 24 hours, there are some very interesting articles that have come out about the season and the content within it. So before I get into it guys, please may I ask you to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first article that really fascinated me is called The Mandalorian, the best and worst theories about Sasha Banks' season 2 role. So there's been so much speculation in the world of the Star Wars fandom about who Sasha Banks plays. In the trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2, we clearly see her in a cloaked role. A lot of people speculated that it was Sabine Wren, some people said it's Barriss Offee, some people said it's Ahsoka, which obviously it's not. But let's talk about the best and worst theories about who she might be playing. The first trailer for Season 2 of The Mandalorian has spurred excitement throughout the internet. Fans left hanging after the epic last season are eager to return to Din Djarin's search for the Jedi Order. While the trailer promised several exciting prospects for fans, one unusual hint was the appearance of a new character, a cloaked woman played by Sasha Banks. The trailer gives no direct confirmation as to who Banks will be playing, which led to several theories popping up on Reddit hypothesizing who the character might be. Number 1. Sabine Wren. The most popular theory is that Banks will be playing an older iteration of the Star Wars rebels, Sabine Wren. Sabine is a Mandalorian and former wielder of the dark saber, who fought in the early years of the rebellion. Star Wars Rebels left the future of Sabine's character open, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched to believe that she could return in The Mandalorian. Considering there are rumours that Ahsoka will also appear in The Mandalorian, the Sabine theory makes sense. She might be Din Djarin's possible means to reach Ahsoka, since Ahsoka would be one of the last remaining Jedi alive who might have information about the child. Alternatively, Sabine might be seeking out Djarin due to his ties to the child, who she might believe will lead her and Ahsoka to Ezra. The only piece of evidence against Banks playing Sabine is her hair. Sabine has neon-coloured hair, usually pink or purple, and in this trailer Banks has very dark hair, so it doesn't match. Theory number 2. Sasha Banks' character is a Sith sympathizer. Though the Sith were believed to be extinct after Darth Vader defeated Emperor Palpatine in Return of the Jedi, there's no doubt that other beings in the universe who are strong in the dark side of the Force would still continue to exist. This is evidenced in the newest trilogy, where a second Sith rising comes about through the Knights of Ren, Snoke and the Cult of Palpatine. Clearly there are plenty of dark side users out there, and Banks might be playing one of them. We know that Moff Gideon must have some ties to the Force, given his drive to capture the child. Banks might be an accomplice of Gideon who knows how to utilise the child's Force sensitivity for dark intentions. She might be playing a villainous accomplice of Gideon, much like Verna's client. The next theory is that she might be Barriss Offee. Due in part to her dark cloak, many fans theorise that Banks might be playing Barriss Offee, a former Jedi from Attack of the Clones and Star Wars The Clone Wars, who bombed the Jedi Temple, framing Ahsoka for her crimes. Offee remained convinced that the Jedi were evil and had instigated the events of the war. She was captured by Anakin, but her actions led to Ahsoka becoming disillusioned with the Jedi Order, leading her to abandon them. While Offee might make for a fascinating antagonist both for the aged Ahsoka and the new Jedi Order in development, there remains the ultimate problem with Offee: she was captured and tried. However, we never see what becomes of the wayward Jedi in the Clone Wars, so it's possible that she could reappear. Ultimately, there is no canon answer to whether she died or not. Our next theory is that she could be a character tied to Fennec Shand or Fennec herself. In addition to the aforementioned theory, some further suspected that Banks' character had ties to Fennec, the assassin played by Ming-Na Wen. Some of the fans even went as far as to speculate that Banks might be playing Fennec herself, though this seems highly unlikely. While she could have disguised herself as a new person, it seems a little far-fetched. However, she could be playing the figure who seeks Fennec out, being that The Mandalorian Season 1 doesn't reveal who hired the assassin. While many theorize that her employer is Boba Fett or someone similar, it is possible that Banks is playing the strange figure who hired Fennec in the first place. While it remains uncertain who Banks will be playing, the theories are quite interesting to imagine. Until Season 2 is finally revealed, fans will just have to keep guessing who the mysterious character might be. So before I go on to my next article, guys, let me know in the comments who you think Sasha Banks' character is. The most popular theory I've had on my channel is Sabine Wren, and I even did a video of how Sabine Wren will appear appear in season 2 of The Mandalorian because it seems the most logical with ties to Ahsoka and Ezra and Bo-Katan, etc. So do check out that video. I do urge you to watch it. It is a good one. So on to our next article, where this one speaks about how The Mandalorian Season 2 will not answer all of our questions and instead will pan out over the course of the 4 seasons that seems to have been confirmed at this point. Now, I did mention this in my video yesterday where I said it does seem like Lucasfilm have learnt from their mistakes of poor planning with the sequel trilogy, and now they want to have a bigger arc over the course of a longer period of time, especially with their live action shows such as The Mandalorian. And in saying so, it appears that Inverse have also caught on to this, and they have written an article called Mandalorian Season 2 won't have the answers you want for one superb reason. With The Mandalorian Season 2 now weeks away, the future of the show remains as mysterious as the origins of Baby Yoda. However, in the chaos of the Emmys pre-show, one Mandalorian actor let something slip about where the show will lead in the long run, but beware, it's not all good news. In an interview with People, Mandalorian star Giancarlo Esposito commented on the future of the show and when fans can expect to learn more about the villain Moff Gideon. He said about his own character and that of Din Djarin and the child that we're really going to see their arc play out in a more broad sense in seasons 3 and 4. So while we all hope to see the outcome of Baby Yoda's identity and his home people, we're not going to probably get that answer until later seasons. On the bright side, this is the first mention of season 4 we've had from anyone involved in the production team. So not only is there an expectation this series won't be given the chop by Disney Plus anytime soon, there's an overarching plan to the story. This is a pretty big chance after improvisational quality of the last 3 Skywalker saga films, which suffered due to the absence of a clear vision for the overall story. I went in depth about this yesterday, so I won't dwell, but the point I will make is in the following paragraph, and it states, knowing Dave Filoni is behind a lot of the plot decisions, this also probably means we can expect more deep dives into Mandalorian and Star Wars lore in future episodes. However, it's unlikely Esposito has knowledge of Filoni's business agreements with Disney, let alone co-showrunner Jon Favreau or series lead Pedro Pascal. Just because the showrunners have a larger vision doesn't guarantee they'll be there to see it through. Now, a point that I didn't make yesterday that I would like to state here is that while we can expect the show to run on for 4 seasons and perhaps even longer than that, we might not get all the answers we want in season 2, but I do hope it is satisfying. With a lot of shows these days, they let them run on and on and on, and while there is the element of cliffhanging, which can be a fantastic thing and a device in a show or in a film, sometimes it feels as though the season was absolutely for nothing, and I hope we won't get that here. I hope season 2 will satisfy, and I hope we will get some things we expect from, what is, until this point, the biggest season for The Mandalorian, and the biggest point in Star Wars history when it comes to, trying to earn the trust back of the fans after the sequel trilogy. Our final news article of the day for The Mandalorian Season 2 comes from Screen Rant, who talk about the weekly release of The Mandalorian Season 2 when it drops on October 30th. So they talk about how it's been now confirmed that Lucasfilm will drop them every Friday. So let me talk to you about this because it also gives some insight into what time of day we can expect it depending on where you live in the world. Lucasfilm confirms that The Mandalorian Season 2 episodes will be released weekly every Friday, which is similar to its rollout schedule in Season 1. The Mandalorian Season 2's new episodes will be released weekly. Star Wars' first live-action series is almost back for more Din Djarin and Baby Yoda following a successful debut year. The show's long-awaited trailer dropped last week, giving fans an idea of what to expect from the next 8 outings before it premieres at the end of October. Picking up immediately after The Mandalorian Season 1 ended, the new season is bigger in almost every way. After receiving his new mission from the armourer Emily Swallow about reuniting the Force-sensitive child to its people, the unlikely pair will find themselves travelling to both familiar and new places for their endeavour. For those already on the edge of their seats waiting to see how things shake out for Din Djarin and Baby Yoda, it's worth noting that The Mandalorian Season 2 will have a staggered weekly release. As stated in the official Star Wars website, the show will have the same rollout schedule as Season 1, meaning that new episodes will drop every Friday on Disney+. A couple of days later, they can visit mandomondays.com each Monday to see what toys, collectibles, apparels, book comics, etc. will be unveiled. The press statement, however, did not confirm what time episodes will be available to stream, though it's more than likely to be at 3 AM Eastern Time or midnight Pacific Time. So there you have it, guys. That is my daily Mandalorian Season 2 update. I really hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new and hit the alert bell to be notified every time I upload new content. And also please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. For just $2 a month, you get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube, and for $10 a month, you get Star Wars Explained videos and much, much more. I'm Star Wars Meg, and I wish you a fantastic rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.